Time to wake up, sir.
The Kevin and Bean Show.
No, it's bueno.
KROQ. How about our good friend Tom DeLonge from Blink 182 and also Angels and Airwaves? Very special A&A event happening a week from tonight. Tom, welcome back to the Kevin and Bean Show, my friend. How are you?
Hey, guy. I'm not even in your studio this morning. I'm in New York, and I feel like I'm there with you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well,
You're a member of the staff. Have you started receiving checks or no?
No, I have not,
Oh,
but I did get my own satellite feed,
Okay, good.
just like you guys have.
It's like Bean. All right.
Thank you. Tom, I am intrigued by this idea. Well, first of all, I'm an Angels and Airwaves fan, but I'm especially intrigued by this idea that you have come up with about a movie and the topic of this movie and how it all kind of plays into the mythos of A&A. Tell us about it.
Well, people know me from Blink 182, obviously, but when Blink broke up years ago, I started kind of this ambitious art project called Angels and Airwaves, and you guys actually, the KROQ in LA there has played a lot of different Angels and Airwaves stuff, but it wasn't always just a band. It was the idea that we were going to take these huge themes of humanity, and then we were going to communicate them on different mediums. One of them would be an album, but one of them would be film, and then in the future we would even take it even further. So 4 or 5 years ago, we started to make a movie, and we had big footsteps to follow in, kind of like, because everyone automatically assumes, okay, you're going to try and do what Pink Floyd did. Well, we're not that good, and we don't have $20 million.
Right.
But, then other people say, okay, well, you're going to do just like a fly-on-the-wall footage documentary, or you're going to do something that's pretty narcissistic and just put yourself in the movie and try and act. And I was like, well, no, we're not doing any of those things. We actually made a science fiction film, and it's very much in the vein of Kubrick's 2001: Space Odyssey, but it's a movie that I think the charm of the film is that it took us almost 5 years to make because we only had $500,000 to do it with, but we had so much latitude because we're a band. So we built all the space sets in our friend's the director's driveway. There's a Civil War battle that took place in his director's parents' backyard,
yeah.
and then all these people came out of the woodwork and started working on it, like all of Darren Aronofsky's sound designers, and all the CGI in the film was done by people that were used to run Lucasfilm ILM.
So what's the storyline of what's the storyline of Love?
Well, okay, so Love, the movie, is a science fiction film. It starts in the Civil War, and a guy gets told to leave this epic battle where everyone's going to die to go witness something. You don't know what it is. And then the movie goes forward as a guy gets launched into the International Space Station and gets kind of abandoned up there. He loses all contact with Earth. All he knows is he's looking out the window and the Earth is burning below him. He thinks it's some kind of stress experiment. He thinks they're kind of sending him through some tests by leaving him with no communication. And the only thing he finds on the ship is a diary or a journal of the guy in the Civil War that found something spectacular. And then 7 years later, he wakes up and something is in low Earth orbit outside of a ship with him. And Angels and Airwaves, it scores the whole movie. It's the movie that goes along with the record because we're launching a double album for Love on November 11th. And this is the biggest and most ambitious art project I've ever done in my life, and it's really good. We've been having sick reviews too, by the way, like Variety and Independent Film Channel and Ain't It Cool News, and all across the board. It's like they're all giving us the.
Now, tell me about a week from today. That's when it debuts, and you're doing a Q&A, right? Or?
Yeah, so how it works is we, instead of having it do runs in all these small little independent theaters, we were able to do all the major chains. We're doing a one-day event on August 10th. It'll be in 500 theaters across the United States, and everyone will be watching it at the same time in all those theaters, and then Angels and Airwaves comes on right afterwards and performs 3 songs, and then we do a live Q&A, and then the world premiere of the music video that goes along with the double album and the whole thing. So it's like a big intermedia.
Here's what I like is that Tom DeLonge is super busy with Blink on the Honda Civic Tour. And on the 1st, he's in Anaheim, 2nd, Sacramento, 4th, Concord, 5th, Mountain View at the Shoreline, 7th, Las Vegas, 8th, Los Angeles, the 1st of next month in San Diego, and he's going to squeeze this in. He's not busy enough, so he's got to squeeze this right in there.
Well, the thing is like we never, Blink was supposed to kind of come out late spring, early summer, but the record comes out on September 27th, but we kept pushing it back just to kind of get it done because we're all kind of going at our own pace. And
right.
For those people who know Blink 182, we're all very, very busy people, so at our own pace, pretty much means like forever.
Sure.
And, so it got pushed back, and next thing you know, the Angels movie and double album and the Blink are like right on top of each other. It's insane.
Yeah.
My last year it was ridiculous what I had to pull off.
You can go to fathomevents.com. You know Fathom. They're the people who put on these movie theater events. You can go there to buy tickets. We are also giving away tickets through the website. If you want to go to kevinandbean.com, you can enter for a chance to win tickets. And I guess we have a number of tickets for every screening that's going to be happening in Southern California for next Wednesday night to see the Angels and Airwaves movie. I wish we had more time for this, but I have to ask, Tom, because I know you, like I, are a huge space enthusiast. But the difference between us is you can't afford to go into space. How come you haven't plopped down your money already to be on that Virgin Galactic or something and go up there and get you some weightlessness?
I know, because I think that I would, if I had to choose to go to space, I think it's pretty scary. I mean, the idea of sitting on top of a giant rocket and going on, that seems like pretty nuts to me. But I think one day maybe it will be more affordable.
But you would do it. I mean, that's something you would do, right? You're crazy enough.
I think I would. If Lance Bass will do it and I won't, that would be
I would speak to your masculinity.
Well, just for the record, he didn't. So
I know he didn't
because he wanted somebody else to pay for it. I love the idea of this movie, and you're right. The reviews have been terrific. And a movie we all saw a couple years ago with Sam Rockwell called Moon kind of explored a similar thing with a guy up in space.
I have a very important point. We've been working on our film, right, at that point for 3 years, right? And all of a sudden, this new trailer pops up with this movie called Moon with a guy on a treadmill. We're like, all we have is a treadmill in our film. We were so pissed.
Oh, no.
They stole our movie.
But I mean, it's a great psychological experiment to see what would happen to somebody cut off from the entire universe and by himself out in space. I just love the psychological ramifications of that, and I can't wait to see what you do with it in the film. And by the way, go see it next Wednesday night. fathomevents.com if you want to buy tickets, kevinandbean.com if you want to win them. And then November 11th, you'll have a chance to own it because you're putting out a deluxe edition that's going to be the movie and the soundtrack and the whole deal, right, Tom?
The whole double album, everything on
Sounds
November 11th. And for the last thing I'll say is go to appletrailers.com and type Love Angels and Airwaves, and you can watch the trailer there.
You should start another band at the same time.
I'm fine.
Tom, you're the best, man. We always love having you on the Kevin and Bean Show. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, guys.